E a mulher acordou.
Thank you. I feel way better now.
The rest gave you time to sleep off most of the effects of the drug.
I'm still a bit groggy.
That's understandable.
Are you able to continue your story now?
Yes. Yes, I think so. Where was I?
You were explaining how you returned to the Armstrong house to tell them their poor little child was dead.
Yes, that's it. I felt helpless. My part in the case was officially over.
Ok, voltamos para a historinha da mulher. Hercule Poirot é um dos personagens mais famosos e recorrentes de Agatha Christie, aparecendo em 36 romances, 2 peças e mais de 50 contos publicados entre 1920 e 1975. Coisa pra caralho que ele aparece, velho. Eu não conheço muito o trabalho da Agatha Christie. O Poirot deve ser um dos mais famosos, se não o mais famoso dela, né, personagem. Eu jurava que ele não era tão velho assim, eu achava que ele era um personagem mais novo. Que era um personagem tipo de 20, 30 anos atrás no máximo. Pô, 1920, velho. Caralho. Um século atrás, velho.
Two days later, I returned to the Armstrong house to tell them Daisy would be released soon for burial. I was angry with myself that I couldn't bring them better news. I wasn't prepared for more tragedy.
Ok, encontre o Coronel Armstrong. E aí, otária? Bobona?
Hello, Miss Moreau.
Trouxa.
I'm here to see Colonel Armstrong.
Good morning, Detective. Colonel Armstrong is upstairs. He isn't well.
De quem é a culpa, né, minha filha? É tua aqui, olha na minha cara aqui, ó. É tua culpa. Tá lá em cima, né? Não bate na porta, só abre, foda-se.
Nothing's been touched. It's as if Daisy might walk in at any moment. Good morning, Colonel Armstrong. Is your wife here?
Here? No, Sonia is not here. Always one step behind. She died of a miscarriage last night. My wife, Daisy, and our baby. My whole family.
Meu Deus, velho.
Gone.
I'm so sorry.
Caralho.
I came straight here this morning.
Coitado do cara, velho.
Arrange for Daisy to be returned to you for burial. I didn't know.
Well, then, now you don't have to come back. I can arrange for Daisy, my wife, and our unborn child to be buried all at once. Very efficient. Being a military man, I can appreciate efficiency.
Coitado do cara, velho.
I know how hard this must be for you.
No, you don't know.
É, minha filha. Você não sabe.
I know you won't believe me, but I swear to you, I will find who did this. If it takes me to the far corners of the earth, I will find them.
Then go. Please go now. Go find them.
Caralho, o cara perdeu a filha, depois a esposa grávida e perdeu a segunda filha. Meu Deus do céu, mano. Caralho, que merda, velho. E eu falo, tipo assim, a polícia, o policial, né, tem a... Não é obrigação, mas responsabilidade de não se envolver nos casos, né? Mas não tem como num caso desse, velho. É impossível tu não se envolver, velho. Só se for uma pessoa sem sentimentos, velho.
Daisy Armstrong was found, spotted a pickup truck drive through the barricade tape and then head up the dirt road toward where the subject cabin is located. Any car nearby who can respond?
Unit 28, we can respond, but we're a ways away.
Dispatch, this is 11. I'm on it.
Copy that. 11, you're good to go.
Copy that.
É impossível um policial não se envolver com um caso desse, velho. Não dá, velho. Por isso que é uma profissão que eu nunca faria, mano. Não conseguiria lidar com casos como esse, velho. Sério. Eu não ia conseguir me controlar e não meter um soco no cara que fez isso, velho. Sério. Como é que tu não mete a porrada num cara desse, não enche ele de pipoco em vez de prender, velho? Sério. Como é que tu consegue, mano?
Okay, there's the pickup. Let's see who ignored our barricade tape.
Tá com gasolina.
11 here. I'm at the cabin. Someone has broken in.
Are you requesting backup?
Not yet. I'm going to take a look around.
Copy that, 11.
Ah, eu pediria, irmão. Quero que se foda. O cara tá com gasolina ali, filho. Sei lá.
Footprints. A forensics evidence identification marker. A forensics evidence identification marker. He's not here. 3/8/92. Oh, when the poor deer was killed. Forensics had to go through this place with a fine-tooth comb.
Tá, tem um caminho aqui atrás.
Don't shoot, officer. I'm on your side.
Sir, keep your hands where I can see them.
Sure, no problem.
Sir, this is a crime scene. Who the hell are you?
I'm a reporter. Boston 6 News. You can get us on cable even here in the mountains.
They haven't heard of crime scene tape in a big city like Boston?
All right, that wasn't my best move. I got all excited. I didn't expect to find the place deserted. It was hard to resist.
You should have tried harder. I'm placing you under arrest.
You should be thanking me. Look what you apparently missed and I found.
We'll get to that, but you're going to answer some questions first.
I'm more used to asking questions, but fire away.
Quem é você? Ele já falou.
Who are you exactly?
I'm Michael Clark, journalist for Boston 6 News. Off camera, but someday I'm going to be anchor. You just wait.
Do you have a way to prove that?
My press card's in my truck.
What are you doing here? You should know a crime scene is off limits.
I'm investigating the Daisy Armstrong kidnapping like you.
Does the pickup parked in front of the cabin belong to you?
Yes, indeed, it's mine.
I'll check. Show me your hands.
Mano, o braço da mulher segurando a arma tá fazendo curva, velho.
Put your hands in front of you.
Aren't you gonna read me my rights?
You have the right to remain silent. I really wish you'd exercise that one. Dispatch, this is 11. I intercepted a suspicious individual at the crime scene. I'll check to determine how badly he's compromised it. Then I'm bringing him in.
Copy that, Detective Locke.
Tá, tem que verificar a picape dele, né? Com a identidade.
The glove compartment is closed.
Deve estar em cima. Normalmente o pessoal guarda a chave em cima. É.
Car keys in the sun visor. A classic hiding place. At least on
Pois é.
TV.
Mano, tem 5 bigodes pra encontrar nesse capítulo. Eu não vou procurar 5 bigodes não, irmão. Sorry. Desculpa, Peru. Eu sei que eu sou uma decepção para você, meu amigo. Mas 5 bigodes é foda.
Lens. Not so surprising for a journalist. Clark's driver's license seems to be in order. The vehicle registration is not in the name of Michael Clark or a rental company.
Esquisito.
Candid photos of the entire Armstrong family. A reporter just doing his job. Or something else.
Acho que é tudo, né? Ah, aqui. Tá que tem um bigode aqui? Cadê os bigodes? Acho que é só isso. Ah, tá.
Clark's press card. And the phone number of the newspaper is on it. Ah, good. I can give him a call.
Beleza. Como é que liga? Ah, tá. 613487.
Score. 1 for the good guys.
Ai, pai. Um ponto para os caras legais. Uma mulher só digitou o número da imprensa.
Hi, I'm Detective Joanna Locke, Berkshire Police. I'd like to speak to an editor, please.
One moment, please. Hello, Detective Locke? This is Abby Wilson. I'm a senior editor. What can I do for you?
Does a man named Michael Clark work for you?
Yes, he does. Why?
When was the last time you heard from him?
Oh, it's been at least 7 or 8 months. That's
Porra!
not unusual.
He works in the field?
Yes, Michael Clark is what we call a stringer. He works as a freelancer, comes up with a story we can use, we pay him, and we don't hear from him again for several months.
É
What
freelancer.
kind of stories does Mr. Clark write?
Mr. Clark is an investigative reporter, mostly crime stories, to tell you the truth. He comes up with some pretty macabre stuff some of the time. Is there a problem? Or a story?
Do you remember what the last case he investigated was?
It was a murder case. The victim was a millionaire named James Miller. He was called the Frozen Fish King of Gloucester, Massachusetts. His body turned up in one of his nets. Or, rather, most of it did.
Ah, well. Thank you, Ms. Wilson. You've been a great help to me.
Pleasure. I hope he's not in trouble. He can be a little pushy, but he's a good guy overall. So what's he working on now, Detective? Are you sitting on a story?
Thanks again.
A mulher já tentou tirar uma palhinha da história, velho. Tem como falar com ele? Não. Tem que investigar o negócio lá atrás, né? É, o abrigo. Vamos lá inspecionar o abrigo, velho. Pô, como é que deixaram passar isso, velho? Não vou botar dica, quero ver se eu...
No, that didn't work. Damn, that isn't it. That isn't the right combination.
Tá, o que posso identificar com observação? Será que falando com o cara ele dá a resposta, mano? Vamos ver.
I don't need to talk to the suspect right now.
Tá.
This outline is the same shape and size as the gasoline can. I don't need to talk to the suspect right now. Forensics had to go through this place with a fine-tooth comb. That's where I found Fluffy, Daisy's special toy. I hope we returned him to the family.
Ah, deve ser esse, ó, 3892. Deve ser isso, mano. A senha do viado, 3892. Deve ser isso. Provavelmente é isso. Vamos ver. É a única numeração de 4 números que eu tenho nessa casa aí. Vamos ver.
Yes.
Yeah.
I knew I could do it. I can always use safe cracking as a career move.
Beleza.
There. Now let's see what secrets you're hiding.
Como é que não acha um bagulho desse, velho, na investigação, velho? Que policiazinha, hein? Ó o galão aí,
This
ó.
must be the missing can from the pickup. The cap's been damaged, and some gasoline has leaked out.
Cuidado pra não ter outra bomba, pelo amor de Deus. Ué. Vou abrir tudo. Deixar tudo aberto, velho. Esse aqui.
This blueprint.
É.
It looks like the bomb in the cabin. The kidnapper built the bomb here. This bunker looks like it's as old as the cabin. Everything is falling apart. No, doesn't work.
Tá, acho que eu vou ter que seguir os fios.
Now what? I have to turn the power back on to open this
Acho
magnetic
que eu vou
door.
ter que seguir os fios, velho. Acho que eu vou ter que seguir os fios. Deve ser um cada negócio, né? Não? Não.
Doesn't work.
Tá, calma aí, velho. Caralho, que bagulho confuso, velho. Ah, tem dois arrancados, ó. Tem um que não está arrancado. É o da esquerda. É, o da esquerda aqui, que no caso aqui vai ser direita. Direita, pá. Pô, mas aí vira uma putaria aqui, velho. Porra. É até difícil mirar, velho, no bagulho. Ah, mas tá na esquerda. Pera aí. Não, calma aí. Caralho. Tá, é o fio da esquerda, que no caso aqui vai ser esse do canto ali. Esse daqui. Aí ele vai pra lá. Porra, muito difícil de enxergar, velho. Ué, mas é o da esquerda. Tá. O da direita ali.
No, doesn't work.
Puta que pariu! Tá, aquele lá em cima. Segue aqui, vai pra cá, vai pra cá. Tive que dar uma cortada aqui porque tava foda, eu tava no banheiro, mano. Tá, vamos ver aqui. Seguir o fio. Tá, esse primeiro aqui. Que ele vira. O da direita. É, vira o da direita aqui, que no caso vira no corpo à esquerda, então. Aqui acho que também é aqui. Agora esse é aqui, que vem daqui de baixo. Daqui de baixo é o do meio, é o segundo. É o do meio. Aí o do meio, ele vira... O do meio, ele vira o da direita. Da direita aqui, vira o da esquerda aqui também. Acho que é isso. Se não for, vai se ferrar essa porra desse puzzle, vai. Aê, foi. Aí tem outra bomba, foda-se.
Perfect, it works. February 24th, the day of the kidnapping. They knew about the party and everything.
É. Provavelmente porque a empregada abriu o bico, né? Será que é o... Será que é o mesmo da porta, velho? Agora eu já esqueci. É 3892, não era? Ué.
No, that didn't work.
Porra. Ué.
That isn't the right combination.
Eu tô parando no 8 e o negócio tá mudando. Ê, Laia, calma aí. Não sei se é meu mouse que tá falhando o botão. Uai, gente. O negócio não tá querendo parar no 8, velho.
Damn, that isn't it.
Não tô entendendo, velho. Sério. Ah, entendi. Será que tem que desligar a luz aqui? Acho que é, né?
I could do it. I can always use safecracking as a career move.
Tá. Eu tenho que começar a me tocar que esses barulhos de fundo não são só o ambiente. Então eu tenho que parar esses barulhos, velho. Tem que entender essa porra, velho. Que o jogo tem essas pegadinhas aí.
That looks like a hair caught in the band around the money. Forensics will tell me for sure, but that doesn't look like Daisy's color. It's Daisy's hair clip, the same as the picture I saw at the Armstrong house.
Ok.
And Clark?
Ok, pessoal, tive que cortar aqui rapidinho porque eu tava sem espaço pra continuar a gravação, velho. Só cortou a parte da caneta, né? Uma caneta com siglas JM, velho. Ok, acho que era só isso.
Okay, time for forensics to attack that bunker. And Clark? He's too sure of himself. I need to get him into an interrogation room and find out what really makes him tick. I'll secure the bunker for forensics. Progress at last.
Vamos lá, continuar aqui. Como é que eu vou achar 5 bigodes nesse capítulo, velho?
I know my rights. You can't keep somebody locked up in a car like this, you know. You wouldn't do it if I was a dog.
Ah, eu devia ter visto o negócio da picape, velho. Puta merda, devia ter visto o negócio da picape, velho. Eu devia ter voltado na picape, eu acho, dele. Merda. Puta merda, eu acho que eu devia ter visto o negócio da picape dele, velho. Trolei.
I have the right to make a phone call, Detective, whatever your name is.
That phone is an outside line.
Hello, boss. It's Michael Clark. I'm still on the Armstrong kidnap, but there's a small problem. I got caught being someplace I shouldn't be. I'm at the police station. No, I'm not under arrest. Just questioning. Fire me. Why? The station's integrity? You're kidding me, right? If you think I've screwed up that badly, then fire me. Got that? Fire me. Yes, do it.
That didn't go well.
I think I got my point across. What happens now?
Go ahead. Then we'll have a chat.
Ok. Tá, essa aqui é a sala.
An extra computer so I don't have to go all the way out to my desk. Case files. A lot of them for our tiny town. The only comfortable chair in the whole station. But there's no time to rest. I'll add these to the file. Anything that will erase Clark's smile. This is all a game to him, and he doesn't expect to lose. An extra computer so I don't have to go all the way out to my desk.
Tá, eu acho que eu deveria ter visto o picape dele antes de entrar com ele aqui, mas espero que não dê problema isso, vai.
Now that we've taken your DNA, we can begin. Interview of suspect Michael Clark, 6 p.m., March 30th, 2019. This interview is being recorded.
By elves behind the mirror, no doubt?
You were arrested at a crime scene where you damaged police barricade tape.
I'll pay for a new role.
That's a Class A misdemeanor, and it carries a $500 fine.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
To begin with, where were you on the night Daisy Armstrong was kidnapped?
I was watching TV in my motel room, but I had my police scanner on. I heard the first reports that the little girl was missing. No way the police at the scene were gonna let me get close. I set my alarm so I could get on the story first thing in the morning. I tried to sleep. It was difficult.
Can anybody confirm where you were?
No, afraid not. I was alone and sleepless. A sad combination. And I realized a bad alibi.
É.
Let's move on to the gas cans and what we found in your pockets when you were brought in here today.
That sounds exciting.
How did you know there was a bunker at the end of the property?
How did your forensic team miss it?
They were concentrated on the cabin. It was pitch black out there.
Small town cops with small town minds. I'm sorry, that was unkind. You know, I'm a bit like you. My job is to find something a news program's viewers want to see. You do it for justice. I do it for money. I just have more flair than you.
I know you're lying, Mr. Clark. I followed your footprints from the cabin, and they led directly to the bunker. It was very well hidden. You had to know it was there.
Think whatever you want, detective.
Let's start with why you went to the cabin.
If the police were interested in it, I was interested in it.
That pickup of yours, that's a very nice ride. Especially for a stringer who only gets a few stories on the air. How can you afford it?
When Boston 6 does use a story, they pay okay.
That truck is top of the range. How much did it set you back? $55,000, $60,000?
When I have to, I do what everybody else does. I take out a loan. How about you, detective? You got a loan on your car?
He's enjoying himself. I need to throw him off balance somehow, surprise him into making an error. Explain to me again how you got to the crime scene.
I listened in on the police radio frequency. Anybody can do it with a scanner. I headed for the crime scene in my trusty pickup, like I've done for years. After the forensic team left, I needed to see the crime scene for myself. I got to the bunker just before you arrived.
You said you've been driving that pickup for years?
You heard right. Thanks to it, I never miss a story.
You say you've been using your pickup for years, but the title certificate is not in your name. The truck belongs to somebody named Stephen Baker.
Okay, I don't get why the pickup is so important to you, but I guess my ego made me say that. Yeah, the pickup was lent to me by a friend. I couldn't afford it even with a loan.
I think you stole it, Mr. Clark. You needed a pickup like that for our mountain roads, so you stole that one.
Try proving it. But while you run off on some wild goose chase, you can't hold me.
You say you're a journalist, a stringer for Channel 6 News in Boston.
I sell my stuff to lots of media outlets.
How is your editor doing?
Last time we spoke, she was fine. But that was months ago.
What's her name again?
I work for lots of stations and lots of editors.
She knows your name, but you don't remember hers?
I'm not great with names.
It's Kelly Johnson.
Oh yeah, Kelly.
I just made that name up.
Good for you.
Her name is Abby Wilson. Mr. Clark, you lie like you breathe.
Huh. Well, that was mean.
He thinks he's invincible. I need to play his ego. That's the key. What are you doing in the Berkshires? And what is your connection to the Armstrong case?
For the past few months, I've been working on a big case. Boston 6 News was looking forward to my next story. The Armstrongs have been on my list of potential targets for a long time. I changed gears when Daisy was kidnapped and started investigating the Armstrongs.
I need proof, not guesswork. So you just stumbled on a major kidnapping story during your stay in the Berkshires?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was researching PCBs in the river for crying out
Muita
loud.
coincidência.
Then, wow, the Armstrongs. That's not a Science Sunday report. That's a lead. Sometimes you just get lucky.
Your camera in the pickup. There were photos of Daisy from before she was kidnapped.
The Armstrongs are a famous family, like the Kennedys or Hollywood couples. Gossip sites love them. People want to see how they live. I started out just stealing candid shots. Paparazzi live on getting that one exclusive shot. Steamy, intimate, whatever. Then when the kidnapping happened, I realized I was here first. What an opportunity, and I jumped at it.
You have an answer for everything.
You're not very good at this, are you? How long have you been on the job?
Long enough to put you away for life, if you killed that little girl. I know that Clark is lying. I need to reconstruct the whole sequence of events in order to understand what happened.
Tá. Reconstitua os eventos. Não, acho que eu abri antes. Acho que é isso. Não.
Joanna. That's a rookie mistake.
Tá. Foi quase. Foi quase.
That is a great detective job. I'll tell you what really happened. You waited until forensics left and arrived in your probably stolen pickup. You grabbed a can of gasoline from your truck. You then went into the cabin to check if Daisy had been found. You then went straight to the bunker to see if it had been discovered, planning to set it on fire and destroy all the evidence inside. Before you could start the fire, you heard me arrive. So you hastily left your gas can and closed the hatch. You didn't think I could open the bunker. If I hadn't found you, I expect you would have burned down the cabin too.
I'm not gonna make fun of you, Detective, or how you handled my interrogation. You're obviously very new at this. I swear I'm telling the truth. I didn't know the bunker was there until the moment you showed up. I seem to have trumped your entire police force.
When I get the DNA results from the bunker, we'll continue this conversation.
You have no concrete evidence against me whatsoever.
The lab results will be in soon. You won't get away with this. See that call? That's your arrest warrant and a one-way ticket to prison. I'll be right back.
Aí não vai ter nada dele.
Hello, sir. I think I found the man who kidnapped Daisy Armstrong. I'm interrogating him now.
Hold on, Detective Luck. I have some bad news. Someone set fire to the cabin in the bunker. The fire department is on the scene, but they say it's too late.
That's impossible. My suspect has been in the interrogation room with me all evening.
We can't hold him. Suzanne Moreau. Her fingerprints are on the wine bottle found in the cabin. We also found an unknown person's fingerprints, but they don't match your suspects.
Sir, with all due respect, I'm convinced Michael Clark is involved.
Detective, I'm cutting you some slack already, but we cannot hold your suspect simply because you're convinced he's guilty. We have evidence that Suzanne was working with an accomplice, Noah Garrett. I order you to release the reporter and arrest this Moreau.
Let me just check my last lead. The DNA analysis of the hair found in the bunker safe. The results just came in.
I know how hard this is. Okay.
É, no cabelo preto, né? Igual o dele.
Detective Locke, I will give you 1 hour maximum. Then you close the file and arrest Suzanne Moreau.
Thank you, sir.
O cabelo era preto, né? Igual o dele.
Who did you call earlier?
An editor from the Boston 6 News.
An editor you repeatedly said should fire you. That was your accomplice, wasn't it? You were telling him to start the fire.
An accomplice?
Tá, eu tenho que mentir ou falar a verdade, porra?
I know it was Noah you called.
I'm saying nothing more without the presence of my lawyer.
Stay right where you are. I'm not done with you yet.
Wow. Do I hear grounds for a lawsuit?
Some poor innocent woman is being accused instead of you. You set her up, didn't you?
You have to let me go, detective.
All I need is one more phone call to the lab. I know it's you and I'm going to prove it.
Não sabia se tinha que mentir ou se falar a verdade,
Hello,
porra.
this is Joanna Locke. I need the results of the DNA test I asked you for.
Hi, Detective. Sorry, we only have the DNA sequence. We haven't had time to compare it with the suspects yet. It'll take 7 more hours. I'm sorry, but you are not the only one on the waiting list.
Send your analysis to my computer in the office. I'll do the comparison myself.
I need authorization.
I have a murderer who is going to walk free unless I get those results now.
Fine, we'll send it to you right away, but I'll have to log this.
It's my last chance.
Eita porra! Não tem dica pra fazer. Ah, tá. Tem que achar um TTC aqui e ATA. É isso aqui. Ué. Porra. Tá, deixa eu só pegar a primeira dica. Tá. Tá, mas aqui só combina aqui. Você quer que eu faça... Ah, não. Aqui tá diferente. Cara, TTC, velho. Mano, tô perdidinho no pagode. Aqui, ó, tá quase igual, velho. Ah, eu não queria ter ignorado as aulas de biologia. Ah, vou pegar a segunda dica, velho. Sinto muito. Corresponde da Suzane. TTA. Aonde tem TTA aqui, cara? Aqui, ó.
No! Suzanne? I don't understand. I was sure it would be Clark's hair. I'll have to let him go.
É. Pô, bagulho difícil, velho.
You can leave.
Sorry it didn't work out for you, Detective. Maybe you should consider a career change.
We are not done.
Oh, but we are, my dear. We are done.
I had no choice but to return to the Armstrong house to arrest
Yeah.
Susan Morrow.
Infelizmente, ser policial é isso aí, irmão. Você não pode meter o pipoco na cabeça do cara. E é isso. Com certeza o cara botou o cabelo da mulher ali e plantou, velho. Com certeza, mano. A empregada se fudeu. Ué, voltou do 100% por 91, velho. Ué. Prenda Suzanne.
For Suzanne Moreau. Suzanne was set up by Clark and Noah. They are the kidnappers, but I'm not giving up. When Suzanne comes up for trial, I will fight for her defense. But for now, the district attorney is in charge. If I want to stay a detective, he always has the last word.
É, irmão. Vida de policial é dura.
The door is wide open. How strange.
Vida de policial é dura.
Hey, is anyone there? Miss Moreau?
Será que deu ruim?
Miss Moreau? This is Detective Locke. Miss Moreau, can you hear me? It's me, Detective Locke. You must get up now. Miss Moreau?
Ih, ó, toma um remédio, velho. Ela se
Miss
matou.
Moreau, can you hear me? Suzanne Moreau is dead. There are no traces of blows or injuries on her body. She doesn't seem to have defended herself from anyone. It appears Suzanne killed herself by ingesting all these drugs. Glasses are missing. Suzanne's diary is missing.
Tudo sumiu. Putz, a mãe dela morreu ainda, velho. Caralho, mano, só desgraça desse caso, mano. Porra, é o marido que perde a mulher, a filha, agora a mulher é enganada. A incriminada, a mãe morre. Puta merda, irmão. Que vida. Massachusetts costumava queimar bruxas na fogueira. É isso, irmão.
She must have realized at last how she'd been used. The death of her mother would have been an additional shock, and the self-righteous court of social media was as quick as usual to try and convict her. I called the district attorney to inform him. This is Detective Locke, sir. I'm at the Armstrong house.
Have you arrested Suzanne Moreau?
She's dead, sir. Apparent suicide, but I need a forensics team.
She killed herself out of remorse for her part in the crime.
We don't know that yet. I'm calling forensics now, but I wanted you to know.
What a mess. Stay on site until forensics arrive.
Yes, sir. Standing by. The investigation was officially closed. I was certain that she was innocent, and Clark had been responsible for 4 deaths and then vanished into thin air. With $1 million. Dollars marked, though, and not easily spent. I didn't care if the case was officially closed. I swore, Mr. Poirot, whatever it took, I would hunt him down.
Legal que o jornalista mudou pra caralho, né? O Ratchet ficou careca, os caralho velho. E a mulher tá a mesma cara, irmão. A mulher tá a mesma cara, meu parceiro. Pareceu que aquele Clark lá, o jornalista, é o Ratchet, né? Ele só tirou o cabelo. A cara é a mesma. Pô, o cara envelheceu 30 anos e a mulher tá a mesma cara, irmão. Aí é foda.
I waited for the forensics team, then went into the station to write my report. I was officially off the case.
Thank you, mademoiselle. That obviously cannot be the completion of your story. If I might ask a question?
Of course.
Michael Clark, the reporter. He was Ratchet?
Absolutely. I was the only law enforcement official to question Clark. I knew this wasn't his first kidnapping.
You looked for similar cases. What do you Americans call the MMOs?
MMOs é modus operandi.
Yes, I looked for someone in plain sight. Someone on the edge of a kidnapping case. Someone in plain view, keeping track of the investigations. An innocent witness, a concerned neighbor, even another reporter.
And eventually you found a name behind an alias.
Yes, I found a name. Cassetti, the real name. The real name of the man you call Ratchet is Cassetti.
This explains much, mademoiselle, but not all.
It explains why she is our #1 suspect.
But not how she came to be on this train. Attends, she has grown pale.
I don't know what's wrong with me. Excuse me, Mr. Poirot. I don't feel very well.
You are exhausted and still feeling the effects.
Ela está ficando pálida. A mulher está com o mesmo visual.
I need to know your recent movements.
I snuck aboard the train.
This I observed. You came directly to this room?
Yes. Yes, and other than a couple of careful trips to the ladies yesterday, I never left this room. I didn't want to be spotted by Ratchet. Yesterday, I chatted with my roommate, Miss Schmidt, I think, here in our room. She brought me some dinner. I got very sleepy and nodded off.
Ih, dopada lá no jantar, velho.
And now she nods off again. Is this a joke? She must be faking, so we can't interrogate her further, Poirot.
No, Book. She really seems to have fallen asleep again. It is my fault. She must have been given a dangerous dose of sleeping pills last night. The effects should wear off soon, I hope, but I am afraid asking her to tell us her story was too much for her.
Pinch her, Poirot. She's faking.
Feliz que é.
She is not faking, and there will be no pinching. Dr. Constantine, please stay with her.
Feliz que é
ask the
ótimo,
other
velho.
passengers to gather in the dining car. There are still many questions I need to ask.
But all of them together? Won't someone overhear you questioning the others?
I will speak softly because I am trained to do so. They will speak softly because they want to.
Very well. I will do as you say.
Bom, pessoal, já tem muito mais que 1 hora de gravação, né? Então vou finalizar o vídeo por aqui, né? Depois da história da policial, do jornalista, que é o Cassette, que é o Ratchet. Por enquanto, né, tá muito parecido. Essa parte do jornalista não foi muito contada no livro, né? Mas que o Cassette, que o Ratchet era o Cassette, tudo isso seria um filme que eu vi do Assassinato do Expresso Oriente. Por enquanto não tem nada diferente na história, né? Só essa parte do background aí da investigação que não mostra no filme, né? Essa parte da investigação mostra só ele investigando o trem, né? Não tem essa parte da policial contando a história dela. E é isso, espero que tenham gostado, espero que esse desenrolar da história continue. Tá maneiro o jogo, tá bem legal. Eles estão conseguindo abordar vários pontos de vista, várias abordagens, várias formas de ver o caso. E eu espero que continue assim, né, mantendo um nível legal de gameplay, que o jogo é divertido, pra quem gosta desse estilo de jogo, que é o meu caso, eu adoro jogo investigativo. Então é isso, nos vemos no próximo vídeo. Não esqueça de deixar aquele like, se inscrever no canal se você não for inscrito, ativar as notificações para você ver a continuação aqui do Assassinato no Expresso do Oriente e de outros jogos que estou trazendo aqui pro canal. Comenta aí no vídeo se você gostou, de o que você acha dessa história toda, se você já leu o livro, né, se tá igual ao livro, porque eu não li o livro ainda, né, então deixa aí no comentário se você já leu o livro, se tá igual ao livro, ou se tá mais pegando pro filme que é diferente do livro, eu não sei. E é isso, ajuda a engajar o vídeo aí, por favor, para ajudar aqui o Gronco. E ainda estou na busca das 3.000 horas, né, para monetizar o canal, então toda ajuda é bem-vinda. Manda esse vídeo aí para um amigo seu que gosta de jogo investigativo, que gosta dessa história do Assassinato do Expresso do Oriente, para ele assistir o vídeo, assistir o jogo e ajudar aqui o canal. E é isso, nos vemos no próximo vídeo, gente. Valeu!